we're taking a look at the chances of divorces after 5 years of marriage by the amount of sexual partners that person has had. We have three time periods of when the marriage starts to compare with. Starting with zero partners, the divorce rate after 5 years is relatively low at 5 to 10%. By the time we reach one previous sexual partner, that number have increased quite significantly from for the 2000s, it's from 5 to 20%. That's a 4x. And for some, it's almost double. But there seems to be a diminishing return because by the time you hit two partners or more, it pretty much fluctuates around the same percentage, which with a little bit of a dip at 4 to 5 partners. And at the end, with 10 plus partners, there are some variance here between the 3 years. Um, Despite the rest of the curve being quite similar in shape. But for the early 2000s, for people with 10 plus partners, they have seen a divorce rate at around 33%. The 1990s stays pretty stagnant, but for the 80s, surprisingly, there's a decrease in divorce rate. Well, what could this mean? Well, I can speculate that unless you marry a virgin, your rate of divorces are pretty much a lot higher as you see more partners. And one way I can interpret this is that, once you have left one sexual partner, you're more likely to be able to leave the others if they're not meeting your standards. And maybe for the people with zero partners, they're really religious as well. So even if they're not happy in their marriages as much as these people are with their partners, they are still choosing to stay because that's all they know. But this graph certainly shows that not being able to marry someone who has zero partners will mean that your chances of getting divorced is above 20%. And for the zero partners to be true at this day and age, you would probably have to be married at around 18 and you're stuck with this partner for the rest of your life, which might not be too appealing to the rest of us, anyways.